Hey guys, welcome back. Hope you had a good weekend. Excuse me, sorry about yesterday. I didn't get a video. Got busy with stuff. It was a max red day on my small account. Big account, I had some redemption though. It was a kind of a tricky day, like there was price action. I actually kind of got unlucky. I mean, I don't know if I've ever said that, but it actually did feel unlucky. So all these trades here were just zombie trades or retracement or zone of mutual interest trades. I was really the only thing I'd set up in the morning, and then it was just a grind. Wow. And so a lot of these I was trying to get the breakout. So it'd break, and then it'd retest, and I was getting on that, and then it would just fail. So that kind of kept happening to me on both the bottom and the top of the range. I deleted my lines, but it was basically just a broadening wedge, as you can see here, megaphone or whatever. And then here I was like, all right, I'm gonna take the zombie. I'm thinking we're gonna trade back in the wedge still, and then here it broke, and I was like, that was my last trade, my final max red. So I was like $50. So I cut it after that, and I didn't, of course, get puts because I'm like, I just need to stop. So that ended up working out for that one, and then there was some trade. I mean, you had a head and shoulders, pretty clear. It's hard to see without my lines, but there were a couple other trades here. A nice little retest on this breakout inverse head and shoulder there with the VWAP. That. So I had that one, and there, yeah. Anyways, on the big account though, I did pretty well. What did I do on the big account? I can't remember what I traded, but yeah. So confidence is gaining. It's growing. Even like if I'm red or max red day, like most days it's not. Not most days, but lately it's been pretty good confidence-wise, which is really the main goal at this point. This volume's been pretty low, it seems like. I haven't actually looked, but yesterday and today, I mean, yesterday we had candles that were gapping on SPY, like full-on gaps in the candles, which the sign definitely less volume. And today I think we just had some, it just looks like low volume action, honestly. Maybe it'll pick back up next week, because the volume shouldn't really taper off until towards the end of this month, I would imagine. But yeah, it could be a little light this month, I guess. Usually it's like a Santa rally, slow grind up, which can be low volume. Anyways, today we gapped a little bit, not too much. Stayed above 5-day, which is, well, now it's here. Weird. I don't think we tested that at all today. So let me check Eric's really quick. Oh, never mind. Yeah, we were trading through it most of the day. Okay. So yeah, I didn't do any trades in here. Solid liquidity with purple, white. Then also, I didn't get this red one until way later, and tested that. And then gold. Today I did pretty well, and I think part of the days I do well is when we have a clear, or I've at least found it to be clear, buying or selling precision algo that it is maybe activated pretty often or something. I'm not sure, but I just had a lot of confidence on a break to take a breakout with that precision, knowing, okay, there's a very tight stop because it's very steep. So if it breaks it, then I'll get out. If it doesn't, I'll stay in. And I did that trade a couple times here today. So I don't know if that's part of it, because really today looks kind of just like a chop grind, and my accuracy was pretty high. So I'm not too sure exactly. Yeah, I don't know. I mean, I guess maybe my lines were lining up better. Anyways, 1017 was my first trade. I got a call, so I waited quite a while this morning. I thought about getting a call on the break of this white, even though it completed the inverse cup. This just looked like liquidity. And on the 30-minute, I guess there was nothing there yet. We were still inside of a wedge in the first hour. So here's Eric's chart. He's SPY day trading on YouTube. In the first hour, we're still within this blue and green wedge. Till 10:30 do we break out, but then it wicks, so it gives me a little question. But anyways, yeah, I considered call there, but I guess I didn't. I get it till 10:17. So it came up, broke the red, and this is where I got the, or maybe it was here. Yeah, I guess it was here. I got this orange precision buying. So ripped up, came down. Kind of found support on purple here, and then yeah, I caught this little thing right here. So Could have caught it sooner. Again, I didn't have magenta at that point. Eric and Ember probably did, but I'm not looking at their charts. So I actually got this based on that retest, and it did end up playing out. So resistance here turned into support here. If I had that earlier, yeah, I probably would have taken calls sooner. Well, it's a little lower than VWAP, but close to VWAP. You have a retest on that, which is major, and then purple for support. Potentially support could be down here on the wick, but I have it there up the body. And then just the retest on that red really helps. Then you could have just thrown in that orange precision. White wasn't in there at that point either. Anyway, so I got it once it broke this white, which is what was building liquidity back here. So I knew that was there and was pretty comfortable with it. Also found support right there. So got it just on that little break, and it's helping. I think I'm just looking for kind of half point moves. So kind of just taking profits. Just base hits, kind of focusing on that. And so I jumped in 6, 17. But again, the price action today I think kind of helped because the buying was pretty steep. I don't know. 681.53, 681, 682. So that was a half point. I didn't quite get the whole half point. Of course, I was looking for top of red here for a fill or high of day. It didn't get there. So once it got to half point though, I don't know what's going to happen. So I closed it. It had also kind of broken this gold a little bit. Or I knew the next candle would, because this one was closing here. And it had my half point. So nice little green trade, 76 cents to 86 cents. I don't know what percentage that is, but that's what I was getting for half a point. So 101, not bad. 1034. Got to another call. So at this point, let's see, purple we had. Grinding up in purple, not ideal for holding calls. But we still have red for building liquidity. Bounces off purple. And yeah, this one was tricky. Was that 1034? Wow. Yeah, I was late on this one. Or no, I wasn't though, because this candle just came out of nowhere. Tons of volume. It basically just ripped up here, and I'm like, okay, well, I can wait for a retest, which probably won't happen, or I'll throw in this precision orange, and I did. So it settled down, and then kind of at the beginning of this candle, I opened it up just because I was like, this is basically my stop. So felt like a chase for sure. High of day, big green candle, and I'm jumping in, but yeah, it worked out. Top of purple is my ultimate price target, but I could be off a little bit with the angle, with where it is. It's kind of an area anyways, so got in on this candle, 34, closed it on the next one, 93 cents to $1.16. So I'm not sure where exactly. Let's see, 682.29, 682. So yeah, somewhere around here, about half a point. So yeah, just a little scalp, but it doesn't really matter to me. I mean, there's plenty of liquidity on SPY where you can size up like crazy. As long as you just have confidence in a move and have tight stops, it really doesn't matter how small of a move you're getting. If you can do it. I need to get, if I was faster, that would probably help a little bit, be a little more proficient. Entering and exiting, I don't have hotkeys or anything like that. I'm not trying to do scalps like this, but I'm just going for the moves I'm confident with. And as I continue to develop, hopefully I will see it and jump in earlier, you know, on all of these supports and retests, and then I'll have a larger range as well as a tighter stop. Today though, I didn't have a whole lot like that, I guess, but I did have some. This one was a breakout. This one was a breakout. I think I just get burned on the retest a lot, oftentimes it seems like, or on like trying to catch the bottom or a top. Especially if my lines aren't right. That's pretty much it. So 2 for 2 at that point. So my confidence is pretty good, and it's pretty green on the day. I think I actually ended up I think I was probably a little bit more green after those 2 trades than I am at this point after like 15 more trades. Yeah, a little bit. I didn't get back a whole lot though. Let's look at this third trade. 1047 into a put. So right here. Oh, why do you ask? This to me is this is a zombie trade, a retracement. So yeah, this is one of the ones where like I don't often do that well. I didn't even really notice this candle. I stepped away. But the theory here is, yeah, it's building liquidity on red. It hasn't built enough. It hasn't really made a nice structure to continue to go up, and this will be my stop. So pretty straightforward. It also broke this purple. which I don't even know if I had that there at that point, but what did I do? 1047. So I got on this candle, kind of an ugly fill actually, it's like down here. So I held through this. This was a bit of a drawdown. I really wanted to close it through there. I'm like, hey, I should just hold on. I was hoping for kind of down here. Purple. Well, purple I don't think was there actually. No, I had purple on the wick at that point, because it never really made it to any of my spots. Again, I was kind of looking for half a point. And since this was a retracement trade, I had to be careful because it's not really a continuation, kind of counter trend. So I endured kind of that drawdown and that little period and went 65 cents to 75 cents. So another 10 center. I closed it on this candle. So caught a nice little slippage on the way down. It was pretty tough holding that white though with those larger candles. And yeah, so happy about that, of course. I mean, this thing just kind of chopped around still. Kind of like what Eric says, like once you get proficient at this, you can kind of come and look at the charts almost any time of the day and find a move, find a trade, find profits in the charts, as he says. So kind of seen that a little bit today. I guess you don't want to, like, you can find it, but you don't want to force it for sure. So, but as you get better, you'll see more trades, and you know, they're not all equal. Some are smaller, some are higher risk. Next trade was break even. I think this one was an annoying one. I think maybe, let me see. Yes, this was an annoying one. But okay, so this is a higher risk one, like I was just saying. The risk on this one was, it was a chase, and this candle. So just like back there where I was like, all right, I'm jumping in on orange for my stop. This one I got in right here. I got in like at the high. I was like, my goodness. But where I was leaving orange for my stop, so it came up, went a little bit green probably. I was not wanting to hold through retrace down here if it wanted it. I mean, it was also high a day. There could be tapering going on, which ended up happening with this white. Yeah, I made this little red candle, and I think I closed it actually on that one, or maybe the next one. No, it was actually the next one for break. I put a break even on it because I'm like, really, I want to close if it breaks this gold, and so it's pretty much break even. So it did stop me out right here, unfortunately. Which is fine, because that was kind of my risk parameters going in, was breaking gold, I'm out. So this did up going, yeah, this went up going about half a point also. So another half a pointer there, which could have made, but again, these were kind of tricky entries, unless you're jumping on a support, which inverse head, shoulder, shoulder. You could have, I guess here with purple would have been acceptable with that being your stop. Such a grindy range though. I don't know. I mean, there is structure there, but anyways, happy I was able to just not take a loss on that one, because any of these could easily just turn into a loss. Like this next one, that's what? 1, 2, 3, 4 trades, no losses. Only 3 green trades, but 4 no losses. So that's still, to me, 100% accuracy. 4 for 4. 12, 16, 12, 18 calls. What was my thinking here? So, well, I kind of got a little FOMO because this perfect bounce on VWAP. I didn't have this white at that point, though. White was the resistance up here. Just kind of tapering, which it actually ended up respecting nicely. Broke the white there. Just kind of a wide wedgy range, though, which is sketch. So it didn't end up keep going in orange. I wasn't in any of this. I retested purple a little bit. I kind of wanted it at that point. I didn't take it. Waited for the break. Got the break. That was annoying. Got the break. This time of day, volume gets light. It kind of, the levels get a little bit more loose. Your algos, your support and resistances. And it just did a little stop below what I was comfortable with. Need to endure a little bit. 12.16 to 12.18, 41 cents to 33 cents. So literally this candle right here just stopped me out. Again, I guess this one wasn't ripping up like here, so I could have been more patient on it, but I guess how am I supposed to know that? The volume like wasn't even increased on these or anything. So my upside here was either high of day or I guess it's tapering white if I had that at that point. But yeah, this dump candle stopped me out. It rallied. I was like, I'm just gonna chill. Didn't jump back in, which is fine. Yeah, that was a mistrade, which would have been a nice one. Yeah, that's half a point right there. Or wait. Yeah, that's half a point. So, yeah, missed that one. Turned into a red trade. Next trade was also red. 1251 to 56. I'll put. Okay, so this is zombie or retracement. I had a little head and shoulders here. It was at the top of the white buying. Not to say it can't keep grinding up it, which is exactly what it did. Came down, started to grab that shoulder, and I got in, I think, yeah, on this candle pretty much. Rallied back up, and then I think I closed it on that one when it broke out. Yeah, so this was 32 cents to 26 cents. Kind of an ugly loss. My entry wasn't very patient. Realistically, I would have, if I was patient on this one, I would have entered here and then stopped right away. It's just not a very good trade, though. I should have waited for this white to be broken, which I think I had at that point, but I'm not certain. Or an inverse cup to close. You know, that's the safest way. Instead of trying to call this reversal, which is kind of stupid. Yeah, I need to wait for it to break that white. As you can see, continue to just bounce on it. So those are nice spots for calls. Next one was a break even. 152 to 2 on puts. At this point, I was a set it and forget it kind of guy. I actually also, right here, opened up a call credit spread on the Webull account. I'm trying to do spreads on there. I have a few day trades on it. And yeah, stopped out here. So a little loss on that one. Yeah, same idea. Where are we at? Okay, yeah, 152 to 2 o'clock on puts. Yeah, I start to try and call. So this one, actually, I was up 10 bucks on it, and this time of day, I was just like, set it and forget it. Hopefully this is the top. If not, I'll just do a break even. And it was a break even. So the theory on this is build liquidity potentially in the red, and that's my stop. It broke purple right here. I got it on kind of the beginning of this green candle. It came up, I endured, found resistance, and then it made this nice move down here. This white wasn't here, I remember now. No, it maybe was. Like, why didn't you close there? Well, yeah, I think I was moving it around, and I eventually put it there. I'm like, yeah, I guess I could have closed there. Honestly, I was trying to just set it and forget it and hope that it just came down at that point. And I was already green, and I just put a break-even stop, so it was harmless, and ended up stopping me out like here. So not a big deal. This would have been a nice profit. If I had this line in there, I definitely should have taken it when it started to bounce on it. Yeah, oh well. Flat trade. 236 to 250. Oh, I held out a long time. This is a green trade. Call. Oh, I remember this one. This is another kind of set it and forget it, but I should have the right direction. Oh, this one's sketchy. So inverse head and shoulders up here. The sketchiness is that it's not buying up in a very aggressive channel anymore. Now we're buying up in this tapering white. And you just have this long shoulder. And then well, the thing is it breaks the red, and watch, look at this. This is actually crazy. So it breaks. I'll just use this one. So you start it there. It breaks it. It retests it with wicks. Hit another high there. Breaks it. It's retesting. So that's why it's like, how do you know where to go long on a retest? Potentially. But really, you got to throw in your horizontal level and just have it like here. Another clue for me was, I didn't have all those red lines, but getting closer and closer to this purple. And as you see, it worked out pretty well. Let's see, did I have that for somewhere else? Wait, never mind, I just threw that in there. Oh, never mind, it's just white. That's what I was looking at. So getting close to the bottom of the white tapering right here. So this is just grinding along until it got close to there, and then these algos, these wedges, these channels converged, and you had your break. So where did I get on that actually? Yeah, 236 exactly, for 18 cents. So it broke it on this candle right here. I got in. I was like kind of enduring. I'm like, all right, it's above my red. Are we gonna see another kind of retest? But sure enough, it started to kind of move up. And I was trying not to look at it. I was trying to just not pay attention. I put an alert down here, and I put alert somewhere up there. Like, I just want to leave it. And yeah, rallied up nice. I did end up closing it pretty quick, actually. I don't think I held through this, which I'm fine with. I think I had it on purple maybe. I don't know. I think it was just a big green candle, and I was like, I'm out. That late in the day, I mean, trying to, like, this would be back break even probably. So trying to endure all this with one contract doesn't make a whole lot of sense. But that was my idea. Let's see. No, I did. So I guess I did. I say that, and that's exactly what I didn't do. I guess I really held on this time. Nice. That was the candle. I thought it was this one. It might have been break even somewhere in here. It's just, yeah, not break even, but I think I had it there for purple. It kind of broke it, and I'm like, maybe I put a break even stop on it. That's probably what I did. I'm not sure though. But yeah, I got a nice fill on this big green candle here, 250. Because yeah, that was a pretty nice trade actually. So that was 21 cents, let's see, 18 cents to 25. So percentage wise, that might have been my best. Put me back to about where I was at the morning with those three green trades. 323. I didn't realize how far out of the money these were. I was trying to get a real low one. Real low delta. It's cheap. Got on this candle with the break of white. We've got a head and shoulders. I'm thinking return to safety a little bit for end of day. And of course this white that it's been buying up in, it just broke. Had a head and shoulders here. I didn't think VWAP because I was pretty far down, but I thought potentially the bottom of this white, if not just this white even. Got it here. And yeah, let's see. This was 5 cents. So this is another set it and forget it. I was trying to at least. So managing this one, it was so cheap. I guess I could have just held it. I probably should have, because this thing probably like tripled. It was only 4 cents. I don't know. I don't actually know why I closed that out. That's funny. It was 5 cents. I closed it out. I just did a break even stop. That's what it was. Break even stop, which I'm fine with. Stopped out on this candle. So it would have stopped out here if it was break even anyways. Would I have closed it there? Maybe. No, because I put that in there for this. That was in there already. So yeah, it's fine. This next one was kind of annoying though. 331 to 341 on puts. Oh wait. Oh, I got back in. Oh yeah, I kept just trying to get set it and forget it and just trying to catch some move. I got back in here. I didn't even realize. I forgot. So it came up and retested white. I'm like, it's still in red. This all makes sense. I'll just jump back in. I got a bigger strike. That's right. I stopped out of that one. Once it showed this, I got a closer strike. This one was 16 cents. And then I stopped out of it right here. For 15 cents, I guess. So a couple small break-even stops end of day. No big deal. End of day, you're going to get stopped out. Like, having stops is kind of silly end of day. But it also, it's an easy way to manage your risk if you're low on stamina. And then the final 10-minute trade. This one was annoying. So I was looking for white for it to build liquidity to come down and potentially make it down to here. And maybe retest this white up here, but doesn't need to. Comes up here, 10-minute. No, not even 10-minute. Breaks the purple. Like, okay. Just see what happens here. I put in the white for the selling. Even though I hadn't really been showing up much today. I don't know how accurate it was, but anyways. 10-minute candle comes down here, breaks it. I jump in. It's like kind of hanging out here, and I jump in and put that candle, put the white line there. I'm like, okay, this might come down. So I just sit on it. That's 350 for 16 cents. It was a 684, so it was in the money. Comes down. I wasn't even looking at the price, so I don't know. This thing probably doubled just in that candle. It's just sitting on the bottom of this channel then, which is not ideal, but it's fine. I'm looking for, well, maybe even here. I mean, I thought about taking profit here. I don't know what it was at because I can't see that. What was it at? I think it was up like 10 bucks. Yeah, 10 cents. Hits here, and then this candle just comes up. And to be honest, I was a little distracted. Like I said, I was kind of set it and forget it, trying to hope for just a nice move without me having to mentally manage it. Comes up. If I was focused, I probably would have put an alert on this and said, you know, that'll be my stop, breaking out of the red. I don't know, but it happened pretty fast. It started, so I wanted to take profit here and I didn't. And I'm like, all right. So I didn't really have a plan, and that's why I failed in this one. And so it just started to rally up, and I'm like, I'm just gonna close it. I figured I'd be up a little bit. I don't think I did a break-even stop, actually. Yeah, I figured I'd be up a little bit, but sure enough, I was down 16 cents to 12 cents, somewhere on this candle. And then these things went to 33 cents, right down to my line, my break, or my take profit. So that was frustrating, because that would have been, yeah, it would have been another like 20 cents on the account, which would have put me at my max loss. Would have recovered for max loss day. Just that move right there. So didn't focus. There's no reason to just be in here willy-nilly and not focused if you're putting money on the line. So I don't know. I'm happy. I'm happy about the day, honestly. This was a mistake. I can improve. I'd like trading, of course, to be just casual and like mellow, and there are trading aspects like that. What I'm doing right here, what I'm trying to learn is not, and that's what I don't like about it. But I don't have a whole lot of options for spreads right now, and futures I can't do. And I see the potential for this, if I can get this, that it's worth it, and it'll also help me with futures and spreads, because it'll just make me much more precise and much more disciplined. So yeah, that move was a little tricky there, but very happy with my accuracy today, which is what's important for me to build my confidence. Here's the trades. Here's a small account. So yeah, a lot of trades, which typically ends up being bad days for me, but yeah, like I said, today's accuracy I was happy with. It worked out. So not a big green day. Today really didn't, I mean, to have a big green day today, you just had to scale up. It wasn't like a big move type of day where, you know, if I'm cutting it at half a point, because there's much, it's just pretty much a grind. Now, if we're in a big move day, you know, maybe I'll leave it and stretch a little more. Most of my stops are pretty mellow, like wasn't huge losses, especially towards the end of the day. Those are all pretty much break even. This one right here sucked. If I flipped that around, that would have been nice. All that, and then this one, both those would have been a much nicer day. Thanks guys. Sub up, like up, comment down. Hot Money 6 rounds. See you tomorrow.